feeling it. Say you got my back, I'm not feeling it. Say you fucking solid, I'm not feeling it. Say you 10 toes down, I'm not feeling it. Say you 10 toes down, I'm not feeling it. Say you got my back, I'm not feeling it. Say you fucking solid, I'm not. Before we get right into it, me and bro performed last night.
Oh yeah, we gonna have a video put together.
We gonna have a video put together for y'all to see lit. We got single videos coming on the way, man. Y'all stay tuned. You feel me? But anyways, the video is T-Hip and AC Race War. And we got the video right here. And based off what I'm seeing, I guess it's all different races.
Yeah. It's got every different
type of race in it.
Yeah, every different race. You see black, and Asian, all the different, people. Oh, I think that's Samoan, Hawaiian, whatever, you know what I'm saying, Indian, all that. They got everything.
H-O-G. H-O-G. Let's get into it.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hate non-Caucasians. Teaching white kids that their shade's the same as school shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping.
Well,
what
you want to run it back?
No, I know he said, but what do you mean by it?
Let me. It's okay to be racist as long as you hate not the white kids that are in their shade. The white kids that their shade's the same as the school. Hold on, let me play it back because I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
As long as you hate non-Caucasians, teaching white kids that their shade's the same as
long as you hate non-Caucasians.
School shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women on the ground.
Wait a minute. So he's saying that basically the white, the white privilege, he's saying basically like that is something that is problematic. You feel me? Because, and then I think he's saying when he's saying the high heels who identify as white women, because, a lot of people, they're identifying themselves as other, genders and stuff like that.
Oh,
it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, and people are not, you know what I'm saying, so that's probably where he come on with that.
Be white, I'm fine with it, cause I'm not allowed to have pride in it, cause the colonizers and the white biggest make white history my business. I ain't never gonna do.
So he said he's proud to be white, but he's saying basically that he doesn't like the fact that he has to be white and attached to his past of, the bigotry and all that thing, like those type of things. Like the problem is he's basically saying like he doesn't want that to be a part of his business because then people look at him and they connect him to that. You feel me? And that's why he's trying to spread that this is not what I'm on. People do think he's racist. They did think he was racist. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to let people know it ain't that. You feel me?
Right.
And I don't want to be connected just because of my, my history.
Nah, for real.
If you like me, I won't trip when the stereotype me. I'm a white boy and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Fight me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle to suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter. So we never wake up and never recover.
They couldn't catch up.
We live and we can't recover. He's basically saying like all that's going on, they're making us divided. But even without race, there's a religion war, there's a class war, social, like everything, anything that you are not, that someone else is, can cause friction or division between two people.
That's the easy one.
Even if you say, okay, for instance, you say, I'm a gangster, you say, I'm a regular black guy.
Right.
You have a divide right there. You
Yeah.
say you dark skinned, you say you light skinned. There's a divide right there. And then you say you're a natural woman or you're a woman who gets implants. It's a divide right there. You wear your natural hair, you wear weave. It's so many things that's beyond race that you have to deal with in this world. Your eyes are blue, mine are brown. You feel me? That type of shit. People just look for something. Look for something to cause division. And that's what the devil wants. You feel me? That's really what it is. You feel me? And that's who I'm not gonna say whatever, but I'm gonna say without saying that people that are in those high areas, what they're paid to do is manipulate the trajectory of the world. And by doing that and separating people, having people against each other, they will not see the common enemy, which is the higher powers.
Right.
Not the higher power, but the higher powers on this earth.
Right.
That's what it is.
Call me culture vulture cause I rap good. I don't pop tans or smoke backwoods, but they call me a wigger and live with me hither and hate like I'm wearing a clan hood. It ain't left or right or black or white, it's good and evil. I leave folks hate normal people. United we stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were sacred.
So he basically saying like just because he raps and stuff, people are gonna say that he's, you know, because you know when someone's of another race they rap, right? Let's be 1,000 with it. Black people don't really take, and this is for Mexican rappers too.
Right.
Asian rappers too. It's not just the white rappers. It's they feel it, in this culture of hip hop. People feel like it's a one trick pony with the race that should be good. And if you're not of that descent or that race, I mean, then people gonna look at you like you're a culture vulture. Like if you wear, but for instance, let's bring this to the forefront. A woman that is of color, that is black, can wear a blonde hair wig, right? And her hair is not naturally blonde. But if a white woman wears braids in her head, then they're all coming for her. Because they're like, you trying to be us?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like in the same breath, our women be wearing contacts of light blue and shit and looking, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a contradiction, but that's one thing that's in our culture already. There's a big contradiction. We say we want to help each other. We say we, you know, but we can't even get along in our common area. You know, how we gonna be thinking about what everybody else is doing and how they doing the things that we don't agree with, but we can't even get along. You feel me? Like niggas look at you and sometimes they'll see you, and just because you're lighter than them, they'll think, oh, this nigga think he better than me. You feel me? Like that's some niggas' mindset.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is in this world. So it ain't just white people, man. It's not just Mexicans. It's not just Native Americans or whatever you want to say, whatever race you want to call. It's everything. Because each race has a problem.
Before you get into it, I would say, we said it back in the videos a long time ago. You know, me, I don't care what color you is, bro. You go hard, you go hard. You feel me? You know, so it ain't one race for me.
And another thing, it's like this. I don't really put emphasis on what people do with their personal life. I don't care what you define yourself as. If you're white and you say you're black, I don't care what you say. If you say whatever you say, respect me as a man, what I stand for. That's all I care about. If you respect me as a man and you treat me like a man, I don't care about what you are or what you say you are, whatever. You could be in the game and be whatever. I probably won't listen to you if I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with some people that's like, it ain't nothing to do with race, but like I said, it's just a respect thing for me. That's all it come down to. And I give people respect, so I'll expect it back.
That was not fair. You were enslaved, did not care, but you were never on a plantation, and my generation was not there. That's trauma in your DNA.
Facts. That's trauma in your DNA. You know what happens, right? Go into your bloodline. If your bloodline had a whole bunch of, you know, people in your bloodline that had a certain disease, whatever, right? If it's in your bloodline, it can affect you, even if it didn't happen to you. It could happen to you. And one thing about it, when he's saying that we weren't on the plantation and we weren't, they weren't there as well. One thing about it is everything is taught. So racism is taught from generation to generation. You know, if you grew up in a household where your dad or your mom was racist towards a certain race, you're probably going to inherit that, even if you weren't personally there, because they inherited that. They inherited that same quota from their grandparents. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like a continuous cycle that occurs that makes people feel some type of way. Now, if you really wanted to be technical, that is true that it wasn't personally, like we weren't personally there, but you know, just like people weren't personally there when 9/11 happened.
Right, but
they still were affected by it.
Yeah.
They were affected by it to this day. You feel me? So it's always something that can hold people hostage in their mind, because if you don't free your mind, you'll be a slave to the system. And that's why a lot of people end up in penitentiaries and stuff like that, because they're still enslaved mentally. And if you're not free mentally, then you're not going to be able to accept that that's not my reality. You're going to convince yourself that's my reality, and that's what you're going to live by. So you're going to look at somebody and you're going to think, oh, this person is like this, just because you've seen in a vision of a picture on TV or on the computer screen or your phone screen that this group of people don't fuck with me. So you're going to take that energy and you're going to walk down the street and you're going to see somebody just like they going to look at you and think, oh, he may not fuck with me because I'm this. You feel me?
Yeah.
So.
Cause of what we see today, I pray to God he's staying strong. Don't want to see no man in the white folks, I'm embarrassed. Some of y'all are such parents. That prejudice you inherited was racism from your parents. Get that poison out your veins.
I never heard this song before, but I
And
just
they
said
said,
that.
yeah.
I just said that.
It
What did I
happens
just say?
A lot of times, you know.
It's because I'm not just talking out the side of my mouth. I'm talking from a knowledgeable standpoint, from someone who experienced life and seen life in different perspectives. So, like I said, it is an inherited trait.
Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves, just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race for dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Government is paid for 'cause our lives matter more.
Hey, exactly what we were just saying, man.
Exactly.
And I think that the all lives matter terminology got misconstrued, like the Black Lives Matter terminology got misconstrued. You feel me? It's like this: all lives do matter, but when black people were saying Black Lives Matter, it was more so Black Lives Matter too, because it was a lot of people that didn't feel like. Because remember, there was a 3/5 compromise, and you weren't even considered a full human. Like, you weren't respected as a full, individual. So with that being said, it's like you have to think that people mentally, like I said, are taking on that stigma, and they feel like that's still a part of them. You feel me? So it's like you gotta break that chain. Literally, you gotta break that chain. And the only way to break that chain is to actually not go on TV and say, I support Black Lives Matter, because that shit's phony. Actually get out there and show somebody that I respect you as a human being and shake their hand. I respect you as a woman, a man, whatever you are. And I'm just like, okay, you are human too. You have your own things you deal with. So I respect you. But most people don't do it like that. They get on TV because it's in their best interest to make money from it and profit and get people to come to their company or brand. So they start saying, oh, let's say something that's going to make sense for everybody. Black Lives Matter. Okay, now show me Black Lives Matter. Because they told people to shut up because they were athletes too, when they were trying to speak on things. So do Black Lives Matter, or do it matter when you are actually an entertainer or you're giving something to the community that they feel is prevalent? You feel me? Like, if it's not that, then it's like you're just basically a nigga. And that's just what it is, bro. Let's be 1,000 with it, because, yeah.
If you born black, you lose. Might as well go get that. You gon' die before you 25, get shot over your shoes. You gon' get killed by police even when you follow the rules. If you listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. I ain't feel no way.
He's right. That's what I just said. You mentally can create a reality by what you see and what they tell you. Now, if you believe, nah, I'm not gonna be a victim of that. You feel me? That ain't what's gonna happen with me. You feel me? Like, nah, fuck that. That may have happened, but that ain't reality.
Yeah, right.
But when you convince yourself it's reality, guess what you're gonna see? You see what you see, right, and what you think about. So just understand, you carry an energy with whatever you do in life. So if you carry that energy of, I'm fearing for my life and I'm around the police, just like if you walking down the street and a robber sees you walking down the street and you nervous, they probably gonna test they're gonna test you, because they gonna think, oh, this motherfucker seems timid. Let me see what they about. You carry the energy.
Kill them wife me when I'm killed. I guess my life's already set, but that's the way that I feel. I feel like they feel like I don't know what they all call me. Cis white male, big and racist, he's a Nazi, that's not me. I'm not one of these white liberal commies who think Black America needs allies and they harm me. Your neighborhood's all gay, you claim you pro-black, but you faking, cause I'm dying on the pavement. All your hashtags won't flame them, that ain't gangster.
What he just say? Your hashtags won't save him. That ain't gangster. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
What does that do? What does that help?
That's what I'm saying. Niggas get on the internet, and that's why even one thing that irritates my soul is when people get on the internet together, right, and they make a whole video together, like, yeah, we united for our black people, whatever, and then 2 weeks later, fuck you, blood. You feel me? Like,
Quick.
you feel me? Like, what's up? What's up with the switch up real quick? You feel me? Because at the end of the day, niggas go back to their community, and their mind is going back to what the community wants them to think about, which has been infiltrated through the movies and the media. Like I said, look at the movies. They recycle the same fucking shit over and over again. They put a certain image of a nigga in the streets. They put a certain image of a regular nigga. And what you do, people follow that. Just like relationships. They look at the relationship they see on these TVs, and they see with these fucking celebrities and think that's how it's supposed to go. When nothing in life goes the same exact way. And that's just reality.
People begging for their life still. I know black people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like they the ones who losing their life. When the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is a system they position for division. If you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. Take some money, raise religion, sprinkle in some ammunition, and make everyone believe that the other team is the villain. Nice, pro-black, nice.
And that's what they do. They just convince you from one perspective and one side, and the other side do the same.
Yeah,
so
it's either
you make up your mind to say that I'm gonna stand for my life, what I want to see, or you gonna stand for what they tell you to stand for.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Feel me? Because hey, it's what it is.
Pro-white and pro-American. Every color comes of bones one day when you bury them. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in that grave. Just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
Our government is paid for because our lives matter more. That's facts. Let's just talk about that. That's real. And that's what you gotta look at. Like I said, who's the common enemy that's trying to create this? The media, right? It starts from the media, which filters out to the communities, and it's really a class issue. Because, like he said in the song, there's some white people that can't turn their light bill. They can't pay their light bill too. Everybody that's white ain't rich. Everybody that's black ain't broke. But it's what you are convinced by what you see and what they tell you. Yeah, what they tell you, like he said. So yeah.
Should be us against them, but it's you against me. Ain't nobody gonna win. Everybody gonna see that the color of your skin don't change the color that you bleed. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
I respect the song. I respect the message they tried to put out because it's something that people need to hear from someone that is Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? And because at the end of the day, a lot of people in both communities and both sides need to hold themselves accountable for, you know, their thoughts. You know, you can't put everybody in the same box. That's just one thing about it. You can't.
What I gotta say is, man, you know, TM always try to throw the facts on y'all, you know, and that's what's best for America, you know what I'm saying, and that's that, you feel me?
Facts.
That's what that is. My man G hitting all the points with y'all today, though. I'm not even gonna cap, but y'all enjoy that video, go ahead and like and comment and sub right now.
Do it. Do it.
I always acting.
Oh God, you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 1,000. You feel me?
Bro.
We out, man.